Heck yeah, welcome back to the FITREP series, brought to you by the Commissioned Officer's Guide. Today we're going to continue our journey deep into the fitness report that U.S. Navy commissioned officers are graded by, as well as its connection to the performance summary report that is a roll-up of all FITREPs throughout the military officer's career. This is the third in the series. If you haven't seen the first two, you're definitely going to want to go back and see those. All right then, we'll see you in the circle. Now, we're going to stay here on the FITREP, and we're going to go down and look at the performance traits block. That's all of this performance traits section, the first half of page 1, along with the top third of page 2. And the performance traits range from blocks 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, all the way to 39. That's your performance traits section. You can see across the top header row of the performance traits section are marks of 1.0 through 5.0. So FITREP blocks 33 through 39 correspond to the traits column of your PSR, which is right here. Traits column of your PSR. Marks of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these traits, the quantity, the numbers assigned to these traits, dictate the calculations within the averages column of the PSR, which is right here, just right of center on your performance summary record. So all of these marks here are going to calculate these two numbers right here, for the most part. Depending on your competition or not. We'll get into that a little bit later in the training. These fields will determine board decisions at the outset of promotion board selection. These fields are very important for your administrative and statutory boards. For your admin boards, they're not as restrictive in how they're held as statutory boards are. As statutory boards are governed by law for promotions to occur. Now, I'm not going to explicitly state for you what every block is on your FITREP. You can read about that on your own. If you'd like, you can pause and read those now. What I am going to focus on is the awarded traits and how these roll up into your PSR for board consideration, because all these traits that they're marking you off here for are all going to roll into calculating the member trait average right here on your FITREP. And then this member trait average, as well as the summary group average, it's called MTA and SGA. Both the MTA and the SGA calculations appear under this averages column of your performance summary record. So individual average, summary group average, and then the reporting senior cumulative average, the RSCA, right there on every single FITREP row of the PSR. So let me be clear. This is the number of total reports written by this commander right here during his entire career. This commander had written 31 reports for ensigns by this time during his career. And this one here had written 31 as well. Different commanding officer, but he also had written 31 reports on ensigns at the time that my FITREP was written during his career. Okay? Now, don't be fooled by the descriptors for your performance traits from 1 through 5. Below standards, progressing, meet standards, above standards, greatly exceed standards. Every designated community has their own language and the, quote, signals, unquote, to the boards on what a specific trait grade 3.0 versus 5.0, for example, means. And this is why it is important for you to find mentors in your designator and community that you trust in order to gain insights into the subsystem that you're competing within. I'm speaking generally from a naval officer perspective, even though I am in the supply corps, and the supply corps has its own language as well. But I won't go into what our specific language is because it's probably not the same that the submarine community uses or the aviation community uses or even the medical service corps community uses. They're all going to be different. So you're going to have to get smart in your specific arena in order to make your record and establish a record that will compete well on promotion boards. Now, I'll give you an example. Block 33. This here is block 33. Sorry, I've cut these off, but this is block 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. All right? It's professional expertise. And essentially, you get a 4.0, perhaps if you're board eligible, and a 5.0 if you're board certified. Like, no problem with you. You know, you need to be wearing the next rank already, basically. Generally, you always give yourself max points on the leader performance traits, especially. And the leader performance trait is on leadership back here. The services want leaders, right? You're in the officer corps because you're going to be a leader. And typically, it's going to be a red flag on you if you don't have at least a 4.0 in the leadership trait average or higher. So never mark yourself as a 3.0 or below on leadership. You're always going to want to put yourself at a 4.0 minimum or higher on leadership.